Hello there, how you doing? Arsenal 3, Burnley 1. Here to give a pretty reasonable, probably somewhat positive review in the game. I kind of went into it thinking, if we don't get battered 5-0 or something, or just get completely destroyed, I see it as a decent result, and I thought we did much better than that. I thought that we actually gave ourselves a chance in the game. First half, second half, the full 90 minutes, I felt like we were, in it, was definitely in it. And of course, Arsenal, they were going to control the game for the most part and have the ball, but they didn't really cut us open. Like, compare that to the Brentford game, it was a different performance. Defensively, we were much more resolute. We were much more just assured at the back when it was time to let the ball go. We did. And Arsenal kind of allowed us at times just to kind of have the ball, and we were pretty good. We didn't really make any mistakes at the back, which was, in recent games, and a good thing to see. It's definitely progress. I have this main annoyance. That's the fact that we made it just simply too easy for Arsenal. Like, they didn't really earn it. Like, they didn't really have to make anything, like play some really fancy football and cut us wide open, or, us make a mistake and we just get punished. Like, it's just kind of like a cross in the box and two corners and set pieces the entire game. I just winced at because for basically the entire season, and even last year, we weren't good at set pieces, and that's just not got any better. The marking is interesting. I remember against Everton, I believe it was Vitinha that was marking out Tarkowski. I think it was Vitinha, someone very small in our team. And we've not got a very big team, of course. But today, Amdouni marking Saliba, potentially their biggest threat in the air, maybe alongside Gabriel. Amdouni marking Saliba, just completely loses him, as that's not his game. I don't expect Amdouni to mark Saliba. That's not really his fault. I don't know why he's on him. But yeah, the ball lands on Trafford. Of course, I'm jumping ahead here, but that was the moment that really just took the game away from us. Koleosho, great, fantastic. I thought that he was a lot... he's been pretty good across the entire year. Definitely our main positive that we've had this year. A player that can take on a man and actually try to create something with energy, and that's what we desperately need, and he was that again today. I mean, almost instantly in the second half, he almost made a goal from nothing. And if that went in, that would have been, potentially our goal of the season, but it just wasn't meant to be. So Koleosho, fantastic work to lead to Brownhill's goal. And that felt like a moment. It felt like, okay, we've played pretty well so far, letting a pretty cheap goal just at half time, but we're back in it. And then the game just kind of goes away from us again, in terms of just not being good enough at set pieces defensively. And this isn't a pure Trafford thing, because I know that's been a cause of many debates in recent weeks. But we weren't good at set pieces last year. We all know this, even with Muric. So I'll keep that in mind. But I do believe for the second goal, Trafford kind of has to do better. As if you watch the goal back, it's Amdouni mocking Saliba. Amdouni loses his man, but really Trafford's not really under any real pressure. Not any pressure that you would not expect from a corner in Premier League. And Saliba is just in front of him and just gets the ball ahead of him. Trafford's on his line, doesn't come out, doesn't try to claim it. He just kind of stays static and just gets out jumped when he can use his hands. And it's a shame, because I thought that he was pretty decent, Trafford, today. With his distribution, I thought he was more than solid. Made some decent saves that, kind of just kept us ticking. And it's just a shame. And the third goal, another set piece, ball in, wasn't really dealt with, wasn't commanded too well from either Trafford or really the players, really anyone. And then a decent goal by Zinchenko, and the game was done. Of course, red card, but the game was kind of done at that stage. I'm not too annoyed. I kind of went into it thinking if we don't get absolutely battered, then I see it as a positive. I see positives from that. I can see that defensively, we were pretty good. We didn't make a mistake, unlike against Brentford or Everton or Bournemouth or Palace. We made mistakes at the back that caused us to concede goals. That didn't really happen in the same way. It was just aerial, in the air this time. So, yeah, is this something that the set piece coach can work on? Yes, maybe, but I just don't think we have particularly a very physical team, so it's always going to be our weakness. But yeah, I thought that we, for the most part, was more than decent. It's definitely a positive, and I don't think we should really be ashamed of that result. 3-1 away at Arsenal in their form. Okay, cool. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. This isn't a game to change our season. If we lose to Arsenal away, that's kind of unexpected, and we didn't get embarrassed, so that's fine. But yeah, it just kind of felt like a bit of a missed opportunity, and just we gave them the goals too easily, really. So it's one of them. But tell me your thoughts down below on the Turfcast channel. And we got an international break, and then we got some decently hopeful games coming up straight away. We got West Ham at home, and then I believe Sheffield United at home, back to back. So 2 huge games. I believe it's those 2 games. I mean, season's not over, right? We're only 12 games in. It's only early November. If we win 2 games in a row, we're back in it, right? So, I mean, if we win 1 game, we're out of the drop zone because of Bournemouth. So, there's still a long way to go. And, yeah, I see today as a bonus. So, yeah. Crack on, boys.